All right, YouTube, I am back and I am in Colorado now. It's pretty freaking awesome. So I haven't exactly found a spot to film yet. I'm still experimenting with lighting and the best spot, but currently I'm going to film on my bedroom floor. So still unpacking a little bit, but yeah, we're doing pretty good. So let's get right into it. Today's topic is going to be about goal setting. This is an extremely important topic in a weight loss journey, a fitness journey, and any journey where you're trying to change something in your life. You need to set goals so you can have something to stay motivated and accountable with. And it's extremely important to set not only a ultimate or long-term goal, but also short-term goals that help you stay more motivated, because sometimes that long-term goal can feel really daunting. It feels like you're never going to get there. So when you create short-term goals to kind of break up that long-term goal into chunks, it's a lot more attainable and realistic when you're thinking about, just a month-long goal, and it's a lot more motivating. So this is actually a topic that we cover in the first webinar of my VIP nutrition program, and it's one topic out of a few in the first webinar, but it's an extremely important topic. So I'm going to talk about this in relation to a weight loss or a fitness journey, because that's what most of my clients come to me for. But this can be put into action in any type of goal or anything that you want to do with your life, whether it be moving across the country or starting a new career or anything. So let's get right into it. So the first thing you're obviously going to do is have your long-term or ultimate goal, and you want to write that down. And so let's say your long-term goal is to lose 50 pounds, right? Write that down and give yourself a reward. Create a reward for reaching that goal. So if that's a large goal, that your long-term goal, you want to create a reward that's big, that's really exciting. So one thing that I did with my weight loss journey is when I had that last 50 pounds, I lost 100 pounds. When I had that last 50 pounds to lose that year, I decided I was going to book Thomas and I a cruise to go on, and that was my reward for reaching my goal. And I had that 50 pounds to lose, and by the time I went on the cruise, I think I was like 5 pounds away from having dropped that 50 pounds, but I was absolutely thrilled. I mean, I'd lost 45 pounds. So that's something else to keep in mind too, is if you don't hit your goal spot on, but you get really close, still celebrate that. Don't focus on the 5 pounds that you didn't lose, focus on the 45 pounds that you did lose. But I want you guys to do that right now. Is write down your long-term ultimate goal. Give it some time, reflect on it, what you truly want, pause this, and choose a reward for it. So some other things that I've seen clients do is they'll plan a trip for themselves, a different kind of vacation, or they'll set aside $50 to $100 a month until they reach that goal. So when they reach that goal, they can buy a whole new wardrobe, something like that. You can do like a spa day where you do the whole work. You get a facial, pedicure, manicure, massage. You want it to be really big. So that is where you start. Now, from there, you need to create short-term goals. So I suggest just going with 4-week monthly goals to have. And if you're trying to lose 50 pounds in a year, that is literally 1 pound a week, which is really, if you think about it that way, it's really attainable. You're like, wow, that's not as daunting as thinking about I need to lose 50 pounds, Instead, you think I need to lose a pound a week. And keep in mind too that progress is not going to be linear, and anything you're doing, it's not going to be exactly 1 pound every single week. But overall, the trend should be about a pound a week. So sometimes it's going to be half a pound, sometimes it's going to be 2 pounds, sometimes it's going to be 0 pounds. The trend should be moving towards, on average, 1 pound a week. So that means that your 1 month goal would be to lose 4 pounds. And you want to start there. So you're starting your goal right now. This is your first month. And in this first month, you're going to lose 4 pounds. And with that short-term goal, I want you to set a reward for that. Something that's a little bit smaller, but still something to look forward to. So a suggestion for that, I hear people say, don't use food as a reward, you're not a dog. Shut up, we're all animals, get over yourself. I'm sorry, but I really hate that. I love food, I live to eat, 100%, I freaking love food. Most people do, so there's nothing wrong with setting your reward for a 4-week goal to have a treat meal where you don't track macros or just follow your normal nutrition plan. You just enjoy that meal, no stress, no concern over what the nutrition is in that meal, and enjoy it. That being said, it shouldn't be like a whole weekend. It should be one meal where you just totally eat whatever the heck you want And what I did in my journey was when I was having cravings, I would write down what I was craving. And since I track macros, I was able to fit in a lot of those foods on the regular in moderation, in small portions, so I didn't feel overly restricted. But like a big juicy burger with a side of fries and maybe splitting a milkshake with my husband, that's pretty hard to fit into your macros. So that is an awesome treat meal to give yourself once a month. So that could be your 1 month reward. Some other ideas could be just one outfit, a new gym outfit or a new dress or a new swimsuit or something like that, or just getting like a manicure or pedicure, something small that you can treat yourself with. So that's where you're going to want to stop, and every month you're going to want to reassess. So at the end of those 4 weeks, how did you do? Did you lose 4 pounds? If you did, awesome. Give yourself that reward, celebrate it. If you didn't, self-reflect in a non-judgmental way. What could I have done better? Maybe I need to switch my methods up. That's why it's important to not like start creating all these, monthly goals for the whole year, because you want to be able to adjust as needed and reassess. So in a month, reassess. And you can go so far as to create weekly goals, of course. Weekly goals are a great idea, again, to keep you accountable and motivated for that 4-week goal. So your weekly goal could be, I want to lose 1 pound this week, and I'm going to do that by hitting my macros 7 days out of the week, drinking enough water, and getting 3 or 4 workouts in, whatever it is that you're trying to do, whatever plan you're trying to follow, just trying to adhere to that. Again, not perfectly. So when I say hitting your macros 7 days out of the week, my clients track their macros in a spreadsheet, and we look at their weekly average. So some days they might be a little bit over on fat, but I want to see that their weekly average evened out or got pretty close to the number that we want to see them at. So one day you might be a little bit over, one day you can be a little bit under. You want to even it out. But yeah, so making weekly goals is really important. So 2 more things that I wanted to mention. 1, visualizing your goals is really, really helpful. So when I first started my weight loss journey, what I did was I had this whiteboard calendar that I hung up in my room, and I wrote down my ultimate goal on it, and then I wrote down my monthly goal. And every day I would go on that calendar and I would cross off when I had a good day, whether it was I hit my macros or I got a workout in, it was just a good day in terms of reaching that goal. I would cross it off. And that was really helpful to me to visualize, because when I had a day where I wasn't good with my macros or I skipped a workout, I wouldn't cross those days off. At the end of the month, I was able to look at the entire month and see, okay, I had 3 or 4 days that I didn't hit my numbers, I didn't do very good, but look at the other 27, 28 days that I did do really good. It helps you to take a step back and realize that those couple of days a month where you're not on point really don't make that big of a difference to the big picture, because you're doing overall really well. So having that visualization is really helpful. Crossing every day off is something that I looked forward to. I want to be able to cross today off. I want to be able to have an awesome day and just end my night feeling really good about it. And some other things that people do is like they'll hang a gold dress or a gold swimsuit or something that they want to, feel really good in or fit back into, something like that. They hang that in their room. So that's another idea for visualization. And now what I do is I just have this piece of paper that's right next to my nightstand on my bed. So every morning and every night I see it. And that piece of paper, now I'm, not really on a weight loss journey. I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm just focused on fitness goals. And that piece of paper has my 2017 fitness goals. So one goal for the year was to finish the Couch to 5K app. I'm on week 6 out of week 8 right now. So that's awesome. By the end of the year, I want to be able to do 5 pull-ups. I can do 1 right now. So I'm on my way. So every day I look at that and I ask myself, what can I do today to get closer to one of these goals? And some of the other goals aren't fitness related. But visualization is very, very helpful. The last thing that I wanted to mention kind of ties into what I just said. It's really important to have non-scale goals. So again, these are going to help keep you motivated when the scale isn't moving, or just in general help you to, look at this as a lifestyle change, as you just getting healthier and fitter instead of just focusing on weight loss, because that's not the only thing that this is all about. So it's important to set yourself not only, I want to lose 50 pounds in a year, but also saying, I want to be able to run a 5K in a year. I want to be able to do 5 pull-ups in a year. And again, when you're breaking those goals short-term goals into months, you want to think about those goals too. So what can I do this month to get me closer to that pull-up goal? Well, by the end of this month, I want to be halfway to one pull-up, you know, if that's something that seems like totally unattainable to you, halfway to one pull-up. And then you ask yourself, okay, what can I do day in and day out, weekly, to do that? Well, you want to be exercising your back well, you know, focusing on upper body strength, and also losing that weight is going to help you because you're obviously not going to have to pull up as much body weight. So things like that. If you're trying to reach a 5K, your weekly goal could be to run 1 or 2 times a week. You know, if you don't run at all, start out slow and build on that. By month 6, you know, your goal could be running 3 to 4 times a week. But that's what it's all about. You want to be realistic with your goals, and you want to break them into smaller chunks. And from there, just focus on what you can do in the next 24 hours to get you closer to those goals. Let me know if this video was something that you enjoyed or helpful to you, and if you have any questions, just leave them below. I'll talk to you guys next Friday.